Well, hello again, everyone. Today in this video, I'm going to share just a little revelation that occurred for me, for my personal process that may be interesting and beneficial to you. And this is a little personal share as well, just regarding my own Kundalini process, and it's relevant. Sherry, so what's happening in my own Kundalini process, um, or what sparked the questioning and subsequent revelation was that I am slipping into oneness, not a oneness crashing, oneness crashing. And I was like, what is happening? I'm so frustrated, and all this stuff is coming up. And again, in my own personal process, I am in what they call upper process, post Makara. It's all working up here. Kundalini is stabilized up here, and heavy unloading of shit happens. All of your darkest stuff comes up to be burned away out of your subtle body. And this continues to happen for a very long time. It just helps you deepen the process of oneness. So I'd be like slipping into oneness, and this has been going on for years, being in oneness, not oneness, oneness, one. Anyway, and then, but recently, this past month, it's been like oneness, and then really dark and all kinds of like angry emotions and disappointments, and hating God and giving up and not even believing if the spiritual journey is real. I mean, total dark, wanting to give up. I mean, even thoughts, even thinking I'm just done with this place, or I want to give up, I'll just go back to work, completely, totally irritated and angry about this journey. And why could I be here in oneness and stability and then keep crashing? Ooh, like that. What is my block? That was my question and my contemplation for a couple of weeks. And finally, a message came in. It landed. It was like, oh, I get it now. And what I heard was, you must become one with your own separateness. And I was like, I get it. I get it. And then I was on a mission because I understood what it was meant, but I didn't know how to get there. And let me just back up. The moment we step onto the spiritual journey and we hear the words, or we hear the thing like, oh, unity, I want to love everybody, there's only one of us here. And then maybe some of us hear the word non-duality, oh, we're all one. And we immediately want to go from where we were before to oneness and unity, and I love everybody and all that feeling stuff. But we never, but the message to me was, you've never really become one with your own separate life, your own ordinariness, and everything that you would say no to. This is hard to say. Everything that you would say no to as bad, divisive, every thought, belief, feeling, emotion that is divisive, you haven't become one with that. And you must, in order to become one with everything. And I totally got it. Is you have to, and it took me about 2.5, 3 weeks to fully get the profundity of that message, because I was like, okay, I was mentally trying to get it. And then one day in meditation, and you know how generally in meditation, everything is like expand outwards. And this time, and nothing here that I'm saying is nothing new. You've heard it all before. Someone else has said it. But, when you realize it in your own body as a truth for you, it feels new and exciting. But in this meditation, rather than going out, I was guided to bring everything in, my whole aura, my whole psychic body, the mental body, the emotion body. And as I was doing that, I was bringing it in. I could understand that it was bringing in all those thoughts and emotions that we would call negative, that are still out there lingering in my subtle body, that them being out there in my subtle body was separation. And that by bringing this, my aura in completely, it was like rewrapping the gift that I am, the present that I am. And suddenly, by bringing it all into my body and kind of feeling it, and when you do that, and I urge you to try this, just you can say aura in, or you can imagine it, everything coming in, and it kind of just brings your attention right here to the top of your body, maybe into the center of your body, and suddenly you feel whole and stable, and you feel solid and self-assured. And it's because you've taken everything that you have labeled and denoted as divisive out in your auric field. I mean, that's what this, or a psychic field, that's why all that stuff is out there, is we've deemed it and have rejected it from our beingness, because we've labeled it as bad, that we have to become one with it and allow it to just be part of the divine play and be part of your body and feel it. And so I brought it all in, and then you just feel so whole and complete within yourself, within your little separate body. And suddenly I got it, and I got it in meditation, but then I wanted to try this walking around, and I wouldn't say it's easy to do, but if you resonate with this, you'll find your way. Anyway, I was walking around, and I just did that. I brought all my attention in, and kind of in the central column, and just feeling my own body and feeling my own separateness. Okay, here I am. There's a tree. I am separate from you, and really feeling it. This is a feeling thing, a physical feeling thing, but coming from within yourself. And suddenly it hit. I became one with my own separateness, accepting it, and feeling it, and having no resistance to it, and enjoying it. And at that moment, I was simultaneously feeling the oneness between all things around me. And so it's a paradox, like everything's a paradox, right? You have to become one feeling wise with your own separateness, bringing in that egoic aura, energy going out, right? Bring it all in, become one with it. It doesn't matter if it's hate, if it's divisive thoughts, everything you have to become one with it and accept it and feel it, in order for you to reach some kind of stability of a felt oneness in the world. I totally get it. It totally works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share about that. Yeah, and so another thing that I realized, it's about this whole, and the metaphor of have it being a present, a gift, is that, we come into this world and we're like this beautiful gift. And then as we grow up and we go through all of our processes, then we start like unwrapping our gift, unwrapping ourselves, and projecting parts of ourselves out into our field, like parts of our light gets out there, and it gets wrapped around with a negative thought. Anyway, we're projecting parts of our consciousness, our light consciousness, out into this egoic field. And it's like unwrapping the present. The bow's been stripped off, the boxes and the wrapping paper. And so we never quite feel whole. I think I've lost my train of thought. And what do I want to say here? And I think, let me just move on to a different subject, but it's about this present. And I think there are two discerning things about being present. We can be present within the external world, and that being present is perfect. You're present and you're hearing things and you're seeing things, and that's an external type of being present. But you try to be present in the moment, listening and becoming aware of all this stuff, but I don't think that's what they really mean. Being present is about bringing all of that in, your aura, everything in, bringing all of your awareness and your attention here, rewrapping the present. So now you, as the present, the gift, are resting as the present within your own presence, fully whole, wrapped up, nothing strewn away. Whereas before, you were like trying to be present, an unwrapped, I don't even know the metaphor. I'm losing myself in the metaphor. Anyway, I think you get it. But contemplate this for yourself. You have to become one with your own separateness before you can become one with anything else. Okay, all for now.